You guys, I'm slain. I'm outside because my son's inside on having an interview, and I've been eavesdropping as one does. Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Zeman. I'm a positive psychologist, and this is just okay, let's talk about relationships. So I'm listening to my son, and I might cry. The influence I have in his life and the way I've invested in him is coming out. He's 22 now, and he is just, he's one of the loves of my life because I also have a daughter. And the things he said in that interview, he said, my mom has shown me strength and resilience. My mom has taught me this. My mom has taught me that. My mom suffered from bone cancer, and while she was lying in bed, she made the decision to go get her doctorate because she wasn't done yet. And this April, I finished. Yay! And he was using that as an example for how some days we have a bad 5 minutes and sometimes we have a really rotten life, but that doesn't change the fact that you still can live. Oh, honey, those are the relationships you want to build. Those are the relationships you want to have. So how did I do this? Okay, so first of all, I'm just myself. And the second thing I think that's been the most important part of our relationship is I listen to my kids and I let what they tell me I let what they tell me change me. When my kid was, I want to say my daughter was 12, and we visited a church, and she came out of the Sunday school youth group saying that an adult male had taken her aside and told her not to wear leggings, that they weren't allowed. An adult female had taken her aside and told her she was causing little boys to stumble. 12. Also, they were red leggings and they were really baggy, and it was just pants. She was just wearing pants and a big t-shirt. And I didn't ever go back. No, we did not go back because of that. And so what's happening? Adults are purity shaming my daughter. Adults were ganging up on her. I would have felt a little bit better about it if they had come and found me and talked about it. But even then, they were revealing this core belief that men can't control themselves, and it's part of rape culture. Come on. Don't act like that. And then I started noticing that my kids didn't feel safe at church. This happened over and over again in 100 little small ways. And I grew up Christian. I was very biblically based then. And I was still trying to follow the tenets of the Bible and do it was good and moral and blah, 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 blah. Ask any of my friends who knew me then. I was deeply entrenched in religion and the Bible. I'm not today. And let me tell you why. Because my kids started with, we don't feel safe. We don't want to go. It's not fun. And I asked why, and I listened. And then I acted on it. So first I went to church people and I said, hey, my kids are having this problem. What's going on? And then I listened to the adults. And one of the things that, if I can teach you one thing, when people tell you who they are, listen. Each and every one of those church leaders, loving, wonderful people individually, are so entrapped in religion that they couldn't listen to children. They couldn't hear and see my teenagers, and they were creating toxic environments. And I said, we're not going to do this. So we stepped back. Now, I kept going to Bible study, but I stopped going to church because my kids weren't safe. And I slowly started stepping out even more, and I started listening to my kids more, and we started having philosophical conversations. And then I actually went to college and got my master's in philosophy, and we had better conversations. And while my kids were still 15 and 17 and 16, you know, the really cool ages where they know everything and you can just Google them. Yeah, those ages. I listened. My son speaks his own language. Like, I'm pretty sure between the ages of 7 and 17, he talked Minecraft more than actual human languages. And so he'd come in and he'd be so excited and he would tell me things that I had no comprehension of. But he felt safe and he felt heard. And I have an adult child now who willingly admires the crap out of me and willingly tells me things, and we have an amazing relationship. My daughter and I had a much rockier relationship, but she also still calls me and we still talk and we have many disagreements. And she still feels unconditionally loved. And if I do nothing else in life, that makes me happy and successful because my kids talk to me. My kids love me. My kids brag about me. And I'm bragging about them because they are amazing human beings. My daughter is 25. She's bought a house with cash, and she did it all working at Sam's Club. And this is interesting because I am still salty about the fact that she was a physics engineer at a well-renowned university, and she quit. She said it was too hard. I'm actually really glad she listens to herself. I'm actually thrilled with what she is doing with her life. Yeah, I'm still salty she didn't get her degree because as someone with a PhD, I kind of have this bias towards loving school. But if that's not her path, it's not her path. And she is a grown-up, and I do think I raised her really well, and I do think she's going to go on and do amazing and marvelous and wonderful things. And she probably will never see this because I'm her mom. Why would she watch her mom's channel? But when we talk about relationships in perma, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you want. You want to be the person that people talk to. You want to be the person that listens. And you want to be the person that you hear them so well you change because of it. Because what's the point of being in a relationship if it doesn't change you? If it doesn't teach you, if you don't grow, if you're not inspired by each other? I woke up this morning to a text from a friend. Okay, I was probably up before then because I'm remembering it was at 11. But to be fair, I didn't have enough coffee in me yet. But she said something in it that we make each other better. That's what I'm talking about. Find the people you build with. Those are your friends. Those are the relationships you want to build. Those are the ones that bail you out of jail. And those are the ones that spark well-being in your life. And do introduce yourself in the comments. I'd love to meet you too. Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Zeman. I am a positive psychologist. You can find me on paperbell.me/Dr. Zeman. I offer all kinds of wonderful things, including positivity coaching in just a 1-hour session and even a free session. Or you can join my gratitude group on Facebook, where I practice 3 gratitudes every morning, and I look back at the end of every day and I say, so what went well today? Because we're training ourselves to see the world differently. We don't have to be miserable. We can have amazing relationships that we've built together. We can have positive lives. And this is science, folks, which means it's been tested and it works every time. And that is why I love science. Also, I'm just a giant nerd. Anyway, take care. Love you. Bye.